1989, I found this in a thrift store near Maryland's. When I went through the New Hope program, there was a man named Greg. His wife attended the meetings, and they had a child. That child was very important to this man. And he commented a couple of times on me not having a family. And he said, it's just you on you on you on you. He says, I don't know how you do it. He says, I couldn't even be in this program. If it wasn't for my loving wife and child, that I would do anything for. They wanted me to get sober, and here I am. So I put this together. I was 42 years old, and didn't look like I'd ever have a child. This is 1989. I put the string in later on. I put this shell that this beautiful little girl that went to the beach with me and Heather and Tyler, she gave me this and I made a necklace out of it. But here she is. Here's my daughter. It's my symbolic daughter that I made. I put that on my altar. It's on my altar over there. This is my child. This is the only child I thought I'd ever have in my life. And I gave her a name. Elizabeth, or Elisha. And Elizabeth means the oath of God. Well, the Nazarite oath. She was the mother of John the Baptist, who was born with the Holy Spirit while in his mother's womb. And it has to be because she took the oath of Nazarite, because she was old in years, she was barren. So like Hannah, she took the vow of the Nazarite, the oath of the Nazarite. And Samuel was born. He was filled with the Holy Spirit while in his mother's womb. She was of a priestly family, the cousin of Mary. So both Mary and Elizabeth were of a priestly family, the house of Aaron. A lot of people don't know this. So being a Nazarite, I declared myself a Nazarite about that time. I wanted my daughter to be named after a Nazarite. So, how long before my 16-year-old daughter came into my life? After 1989. She came into my life in 2000, when she was 16. And then she went out of my life. Disappeared for 2 years. Uninvited me to her graduation. And why did she do that? Because I was being opposed. Everybody was opposing me. And people were telling her mother and aunt, and I believe my sister Vicky, that if you oppose your father, you will get money. You'll become famous and have money. That was what the law firm of Morris and Buck set up. They said they have experience with artistic legacy and creative people. No, they don't. No, they don't. They didn't consider the real possibility that one of our children will buy into this, oppose John, and hope that she'll get fame and money. So, when you sell legacies, anybody's legacy, to outsiders, you've taken away that parental guidance. Got Shannon begging me to come to Bullet City to deal with Vicky. Times of emergency and crisis, you need a member of the family to be there to deal with it. Where's Buck and Morris now, huh? Well, I like to see him in court with my attorney grilling them. Because I sent them a letter. I sent Morris a letter. My daughter appeared to me in a dream, introduced by my angel. I hired a private attorney. My private detective friend offered to help me. And I wrote Morris a letter. I says, hey, I think I got a daughter out there. Why don't you help me find her? This will add to the legacy of Christine Rosamond Benton, the beautiful artist, painter of women. This would be a real miracle. This is my reward for being sober. You take the oath of the Nazarite, you abstain from alcohol. That's why I took the oath. So rather than have the story about me and my daughter being united after 16 years, as a reward for my sobriety, I have 32 years, as of April 7th. She got the message as a rebellious teenager. Hey, go against your father's wishes and dreams and desires and fuck him, screw him. And you'll have everything you want. Rebel, be against the father. That's the road to riches. This is what a law firm set up. By setting up an outsider as the fake caretaker of this legacy, Christine left everything to her two daughters. Stacy Pearl should not have ever touched it. Shannon is telling me the fraud that she's found, that she's committed, and how she betrayed my sister, her mother. My family's in ruin. It's destroyed. This represents the miscarriage my daughter just had. I'm naming this child, and I believe it was going to be a daughter. I'm naming that child Elizabeth. That's my child. That represents what has happened. The miscarriage of justice in the art world and the world of literature as the world has never seen. There's got to be a $20 million lawsuit. At least. Coming for you, Robert Buck, Sidney Morris. My attorney is going to nail you to the barn door.